These children outside Weimar's town hall look like they don't have a care in the world. Unfortunately, the same can't be said of the mayor. He still doesn't know exactly what the U.S. president's itinerary will be, but every day he has to field an avalanche of queries about the visit.
The telephones ring constantly. Everyone wants a chance to meet him. I'd love to get a glimpse of him, not only on our TV screens, but also in the flesh here in Weimar.
The last time President Obama was in Germany was in early April when he attended the NATO summit in Baden-Baden. It was a bit of a flying visit, and he didn't even make it to the capital, Berlin. This time, he's expected to spend just a few hours in Weimar. If he manages to fit in a walk around the city, he'll most certainly come across these two gentlemen, Goethe and Schiller, Weimar's famous sons. The city has been reborn since the collapse of communism 20 years ago. It's once again a thriving cultural hub, proud of a rich cultural heritage that not only includes the two literary giants, but also Bach and Bauhaus. But in fact, this isn't why President Obama is visiting. His first priority will be to visit the former Buchenwald concentration camp outside Weimar. More than 50,000 inmates died in the camp, which was run by Hitler's SS. The prisoners came from all over Europe. Today, the Buchenwald Memorial is run by Volker Knigge. He'll be welcoming Obama on June 5th and taking him on a tour of the site. So what exactly will he show him?
I'll show him the crematorium, where we have prototypes of the ovens that were used for cremating inmates in Auschwitz. These attest to the methods employed there, invented and built by the Erfurt company Topf & Sons, 20 kilometers from here. Buchenwald was conveniently positioned. No one actually knew how to operate a 24-hour crematorium. The technology didn't exist. So Topf & Sons developed it here in Buchenwald by trial and error.
This part of the exhibition documents the camp's liberation by U.S. soldiers in April 1945. Among the troops of the 89th Infantry Division was Obama's great-uncle, Charlie Payne. Decades later, he would tell Obama of the horrific scenes he witnessed there, scenes that would haunt him for many years to come. So the president's visit is a highly personal one. A delegation from Washington has already visited the former death camp and has been briefed on the memorial site's permanent exhibition. They've also been told how the U.S. soldiers forced locals to visit the camp themselves. At least one member of every household had to witness Buchenwald firsthand and hopefully ask him or herself how such atrocities could happen, especially so close to Weimar, the cradle of German classicism.
The background was Germany's extraordinary cultural arrogance. It set itself apart from Western civilization and democracy. Germans were proud of their culture, their introspection, believing democracy and civility to be English and French values. Germans set themselves apart.
Hitler hijacked Weimar's cultural prestige for his own purposes, for example, with the help of Elisabeth Förster Nietzsche, the anti-Semitic sister of philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche. After Hitler and the Nazis came to power in 1933, her Nietzsche archive received financial support and publicity from the government.
The reception of Nietzsche shows how the German middle class could give rise to National Socialism. It was specifically seen as a response to the workers' movement, social democracy, the communist parties. So the middle class took a very clear position.
Nietzsche spent the last 9 years of his life as an invalid in Weimar. His sister looked after him, but also distorted his philosophy to suit racist theories about the Aryan Superman. She published an edition of Nietzsche's posthumous fragments under the title The Will to Power, exemplifying how the values of Weimar classicism were co-opted by the Nazis. This is the sort of history that President Obama is likely to be told about when he visits Buchenwald. But there are other details he might not know. For example, Obama is scheduled to have lunch in Weimar, and the best restaurant in town is the Elephant, where Hitler was once a regular visitor.